Okay, Natalie. So, I'm hoping you can hear me alright, because I've got the fan on, it's really hot. I don't think you're the furthest away I've ever done, but I'm not sure because my geography is a bit crap. So, Canada. We'll see here. Astro DJ's popped a song in. It's called Would I Lie to You? So when I send you the email, I will send you what I get from that. So I'll check it out when I've finished to read. I am the soul pool, and now you are the soul pool, because as a collective, we are the soul pool, and without you this doesn't work. I'm hoping your energy is concentrating on your read. So overall energy for Natalie, please. I might call you Nat in the middle of it somewhere, because I'm terrible for shortening names, and Spirit is as well. So we'll see where we go with this. That's your overall energy. You're born on the 30th, so your card is the Empress, which unfortunately makes you a bit argumentative. My daughter's born on the 3rd, and she shares the card with you. It's also about mothers, and I know you are a mother, so that is quite apt for you. And funny enough, a lot of tarot card readers use it for the Taurus energy. So tick all 3 boxes. The right way, you're abundant, you're happy, you're a social person. You do have connections with the military somehow. November the 11th or May the 31st could be important to you. And poppies, remembrance. But above all, you're fertile, so remember that. It's about your happiness, really. And we'll see where it leads us. I'm hoping Spirit will do well for you, and that you might keep in touch. You can fast forward this bit if you want. It won't take me long, but it does take a little while just to deal the cards out. And there you are. So it's not quite as important as you might think. It's some way off yet, so we'll see. And there's you actually being happy, being yourself, being fertile, being abundant, and sociable. So you're in your own power, which is good. But this tells me that you are unable to defend yourself against something or someone. There is a fire sign energy with this, so it could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cusper. 7 days seems to be important. There's no defending a situation. Either you're not able to defend yourself, or someone can't defend themselves. And you need professional help, either from a doctor, a priest, or a lawyer. You are protected, possibly by someone living or in spirit who's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, an older man. He thinks very clearly, he's blunt and to the point, but he's slightly detached. It's very hard for people to get close to him. There has been some sort of disappointment, loss, sorrow, something that you're dwelling on from the past. You played your part in this disappointment, but you're not to blame. And you have to stop that now. Stop looking back to the past, draw a line in the sand, and start looking forwards. It's sometimes safer to stay in the past, and Spirit don't want you to do that. You're crying over spilt milk. So what? Whatever it is that you think's gone wrong or you're blaming yourself for, you need to let that go. There's 5 months mentioned there. And that's my card. You're a horse like me. But this is somebody born on the 2nd or the 29th. Living or past, date for your diary and address. It's either somebody who's in a negative situation or somebody who is causing you negative energy. It's usually the woman that went down the aisle without a dad, somebody that was rejected, or somebody who's in a very dark place, either in relationship, health, mental or physical, or work. A dark place. Somebody who's not looking after themselves, they're not being careful what they put into their mouths, as in diet, medication, drugs, alcohol, etc. And they're not careful of what they say either. So the words come out wrong. That's because you're not listening to Spirit. Your Spirit, it doesn't have to be religious and all that claptrap. It's about your inner voice. And you're not listening to your inner voice. So it means that you're forever having to juggle things, people, situations, trying to be everything to everybody. Can't carry on like that because you'll exhaust yourself. But you can't sit on the fence forever either. If you keep juggling, you're going to drop the ball somewhere. Then we have a Cancer energy. Mothers, the ancestors, the home. But above all else, this is possibly someone in spirit who died in a crash. It's vehicles, it's red vehicles which you must avoid. Ambulances, fire engines, not being in control of your life. Trying to control others. Not being on the right path. It can be mechanical problems with a vehicle, parking tickets, speeding fines, stuff like that. Those born on the 7th and the 25th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. So, when I say that, I say it because I think everybody knows now, but I will say it again slowly. So it's a person, birthday, in the living or passed over, or an important date for your diary, or an address, and it's a negative energy, as is the 2 or 29. There is also a mother energy here, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, an older woman, it could be you, who's being unreliable and unpredictable. Not as giving as she normally is because she's not stable, because she's not looking after herself. Finances could be an issue, work could be an issue. It's usually somebody of a darker complexion, possibly in uniform, but mainly it's that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn cusper, which you are. And the mother energy. So you've turned your back on something. There's also somebody here mentioned 1951 plus or minus 12, February to February. So that would mean 1963, 1975, etc. And a Scorpio could be close by. many. Yeah, a water sign female. Could be the mother again. So it could be you. You may have water in your chart. Depression. Drinking too much. Not in charge of your emotions. Something pushing you over the edge. And a tower moment. So you have to, Spirit want you to raise things to the ground and begin again. Start from scratch. There is going to be a shock. A moment in time that wakes you up. It will feel horrendous, but it will be a blessing in disguise. I was born on the 16th, living all past. Date for your diary and address. Massively important, but they're your blessing in disguise. It could be arguments, accidents, losses within the home, leaving the home, electrical and water problems, but it's massive. And you have to decide, with help, professional help, what to do next. 2 weeks is mentioned. Because it looks like there could be the conception of a child. Or 9 months from now, you will be able to be happier than you've ever been if you do what Spirit says. It's also a lot of alcohol. So, but it will, in 9 months, become a yes. So any question you have about anything, and it's a yes/no answer, the answer is yes. There may be one night stands involved here, and fire sign energies seem to be pretty negative for you. There's no commitment. Somebody's very passionate and possibly pursuing, but they haven't got a lot of stamina and they don't stay the course. Yeah, keeping too many things to yourself. I don't feel like you've got a lot of people you can confide in. Maybe you got away with something before and you think, oh well, I'll get away with it again. No. This is somebody up to no good. If it's not you, it's someone else. 7 weeks is mentioned. But there's a fear here that's holding you back. You keep putting things off until tomorrow that you know should be done today. You stay in where you feel safe. That's not a good thing. You're in limbo right now because you're not in charge of your own life. I was born on the 22nd, living or past. Date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. The family unit is fractured. The dynamics have changed. Any happiness in that unit has come to an end. And you're trapped in a mental prison of your own making. Because you keep overthinking everything and assuming you know the answers when you don't. So 10 months. There's a Leo female, like I said, that fire sign energy is not good for you. The hair can conceive when it's pregnant, so you must be very careful if you don't want more children to take precautions. There is somebody here that you cannot rely on, especially financially. She is in and out and demands things she doesn't really deserve. She's very controlling. Those again born 1951 plus or minus 12 February to February. That's you. standing in your power when you get things right. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, mother energy, a mother bear who will fight for her child. It could be, I don't know, your mum, because I can't remember what her sign is. But there's somebody here trying to care for you. Financially, emotionally, and other ways. Generous. So spirits say that you're stuck at crossroads because you have to make this decision and you don't want to make it. So you keep putting it off. But if you keep putting it off, Spirit will make the decision for you, and I don't think you'll like the answer. So you know you can't go back to the old way of doing things. That's not possible. But you can go forwards, possibly on the same path, but you have to do it differently. Yeah, concentrating on money. That's all somebody's thinking about is the money. This lockdown hasn't helped. Illness. Those born on the 9th or the 27th, living or past date for your diary and address. Massively important in a negative way. A Virgo energy. Hospital doors, the intestines, the abdomen. Not listening to your gut instinct. Not listening to spirit. And you are trying to do everything by yourself. You will stumble and fall if you don't get some help. Again, there's the fear. You've something you're really frightened of, and I wish I could take that fear away. You're putting things off until tomorrow, like I said. It's something you really don't want to do. That 22 is negative, and it's mentioned more than once. So if you know somebody born on the 22nd, they have bad news. They're holding you back. It is again the King of Arrows. You have received bad advice, possibly from this type of person, the doctor, priest or lawyer before. So you don't trust very well. There is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, detached older man. Cusper. He may have said some harsh things. You've got somebody in spirit that's got an obstruction with the throat. So what you need is peace of mind. What you really need is time away from everybody, and I mean everybody, to just sit and think and recuperate. It's time to stop fighting and start looking after yourself. Somebody here is very, very hurt. This is the divine masculine, the divine feminine. It could be your mum and dad. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, anywhere in the chart. They are detached. But that's because they've been hurt. Very logical. They don't feel the same way you do. They see things very black and white. But there is a divine pair here, and that could be your soulmate. I don't believe it's the one you're with now. This is somebody that's been hurt, big time. Yeah, somebody who can't defend themselves. Again, sometimes with the King of Swords in that way there is violence. I hope that's not the case with you. If so, there's a police officer that's been involved that you trust. Possibly a female police officer. Someone in uniform. Unless you wear a uniform. Yeah, you're giving but not getting anything back, whatever this situation is. Not feeling appreciated. You're between two worlds. Right now you're just existing because you're not nourishing yourself. The flamingo gets its colour from the shrimps that it eats, so the nourishment that it puts inside itself. From living in a beautiful place. You need to start looking after yourself. Stop existing. Pick up that back foot and walk into your future and start living. Look how beautiful and colourful that future is to where you are now. And that is the number 3, that's your card. If you let them, Spirit want to give you a leg up. This is mother and daughter. They want to help you. You don't know if you can do this. You don't know if you can go the distance. You'll never know if you don't try. And the thing is, somebody seems to keep moving the finish line. So maybe you thought something would happen quicker, and it isn't. But maybe that's because you keep putting things off until tomorrow that should be done today. You find your own tribe, and you may have to have left an old tribe behind or leave an old tribe now because you're not reaching your potential where you are. You may have to say goodbye to children, pack a bag, like I said, take some time away from everything and everyone you know. There's a divine masculine at work here, and it's a very passionate energy. You may have to choose between a partner and the rest of your tribe. But this is not your soulmate. It's not the one. And I think that's what the fear is. You know this is going to cause a lot of chaos and conflict, but it will be worth it. Face it head on. Someone feels abandoned, orphaned. Is it you? Do you feel like you can't talk to anybody about the situation? I think you're wrong. I think you have people that love you very much, and you're never alone. Talk to Spirit if you can't talk to anyone else, but you have to take back control of your life. They see a beautiful future for you, but you have to want it for yourself. Yeah. You don't feel at home. You don't feel like you've got a home. You feel adrift. It's not as bad as you think it is. There may have been a passing there. You have luck on your side. Spirit are with you. They want to help you. If you keep letting people take liberties, they'll come back and take more. Yeah, your ships haven't come in because you're letting others take advantage. You could have a very happy and abundant future, but it's your choice. You have to be loyal to yourself. It's all about loyalty, possibly kids. Those born 1970 plus or minus 12 February to February may be involved. But somebody here is trying to dominate you. And there is the arrival of an unwanted visitor. So, insecurity, which we've had more than once, instability, lack of comfort, lack of structure, and lack of welcome home. So when you do go wherever it is you feel is home, you don't feel welcome. You've no structure or boundaries in your life. You need to put boundaries back in place so that you can take back control. All is not lost. Your health is the most important thing. You need to get healthy. Don't retreat. Don't get anxious and don't fear this. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Because you can mend fences. You can improve your situation. But you have to have self-esteem and put your boundaries in place and say what it is you want. At number 2 again. You make your own luck. There will be unexpected luck coming your way. A happy coincidence, a synchronicity, a windfall. When it comes, make the most of it. There's going to be a favourable twist of fate, a chance meeting. Something felicitous will occur. And you've got to grab it with both hands. Don't let others take it from you. This is the kind of luck that will disappear as quickly as it arrives. So you can't waste any time. You've got to take advantage of it in that moment. When an opportunity arises, don't analyse it, just use it. So if somebody invites you somewhere, go. The 3-leaf clover is also a sign of harmony between the mind and body and the spirit. So you have to be at peace within. Don't let people get in your head. There's nothing you need to do to achieve this. You need only to open your eyes and see things clearly. It's right in front of you what you have to do. And it may be something to do with this charmer. It doesn't have to be a woman, it can be a man. But it's somebody that you've allowed to take liberties. If you forgive the fox for stealing your chickens, there is no doubt he will come back and steal your sheep. So you give somebody an inch and they will take a mile. There's a conniving person who seems lovely and nice to look at, but they're sly and false. A false friend has tricked you into trusting them and letting them close. Someone you think you know is manipulating you and using you to further their own agenda. This refers to personal situations, deception and duplicity at work and in your personal life. The appearance of the fox is a warning to keep your eyes open and do not allow yourself to be charmed or bought and taken in by attractive con artists. There may be fraudulent financial schemes that you should stay away from, and you can avoid falling into the fox's trap by remaining vigilant and responsible. There is deception, charm, manipulation, betrayal, fraud, and they have their own agenda. They are tricking you. Your card again, the 3. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed with the things you didn't do than the things you did. Right now you're stuck. Probably don't have any transportation or a means of travel. You've got no adventures and no exploration left in you. You're stuck. What you need to do is ask for help. You have to believe that miracles can happen. There is a connection you have with something, someone, or somewhere. Something to do with a garden, maybe a gardener in spirit. Parks, museums. You may have to meet somebody in a public place. There could be a party or reception that you want to attend. Do it. There is a group dynamics that you need, a support system. Networking, clubs, communities, meetings, recreation, support groups, conferences, fundraisers, leisure, activities and cultural events. The setting itself is not important. It's the sense of enjoyment that you get from this. So community, social interaction, culture, beauty, recreation and enjoyment. You need those people around you. 18. There may be a dog, you may have a pet. The only way to have a friend is to be one. There's an unconditional love bond between a dog and its person, and the dog signifies true loyalty and faithful friendship. It could represent a friend or companion, a lover, a partner, a soulmate, but we've already said whoever you think is your soulmate isn't. A family member who has proven their devotion to you. This person is someone you can rely on for support. Each creature has a place in the hierarchy. From this card, it's clear that both the boy and the dog are mutually benefiting each other. It's a special bond. It's not a one-way street, it's a two-way street. They trust each other and rely on one another through good times and bad. This card may also refer to positive working relationships. When this card is near, consider not only what you will get from a person or situation, but what you will give. There's friendship, loyalty, devotion, companionship, mutual benefit and camaraderie here, but somebody's trying to dominate you and they won't like it. Not one little bit. And it's abuse, repetitive abuse. This is a reminder that you have to sweep away harmful behaviour. Multiple interpretations, negative, communications that may involve arguments, banter, negotiations, prayer, mantras, incessant nagging, criticism or bickering. So what you give out is what you get back though. If you're giving that energy out, that's what you'll get back. It's indicating physical punishment or violence, abuse of power, and that's what worries me. An action that occurs regularly, repeatedly and ritualistically. So your self-esteem will be very low if that's the case. You need to find an outlet. Exercise, training, dancing, sport, cleaning, hobbies, practice. A repetitive routine, something that you can enjoy. Sweep away the harmful behaviour and the harmful people. An unwanted visitor arrives. You have to dare to live your life. The one that you dreamed for yourself, not what others tell you it will be. There's some bad news going to arrive, and it will change everything. An unwanted visitor and a missed opportunity. So like I said, don't miss that opportunity. You grab it with both hands when it arrives. If you can get out, get out. Gemini, toxic situation. You're thinking too much. You overthink this instead of acting. If you take action, that's it, it's done. Stop thinking about it and do it. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy again. Gemini, communication. Yeah, this is about a choice. You have a choice to be happy or not. No one is free. Even the birds are chained to the sky. Funny enough, it's Bob Dylan. Today's song was by Bob Dylan in my daily read. The answer, my friend, is blown in the wind. You have to communicate with others. Tell them the truth. You may be the object of discussion, or you may have to talk your way into or out of a sticky situation. Since communication is the key, you may find yourself involved with new forms of technology that help spread your ideas to a wider audience. So maybe you need a new phone or some other form of technology. Keep in touch with people. Cameras, computers, tablets, the next invention to come along. Writing is also important. Write letters to people. Keep in touch. Possibly even writing a book, or just being involved with books and publishing. You may find yourself either to be skilled diplomat or asked to teach and give a speech. Maybe what you've gone through can help others. At this current time, you may find yourself to be very highly strung, nervous or excitable, but still able to figure it all out with a probing mind. It may feel as if you're riding high with a lofty energy, and multitasking is being required of you. And you can do that for so long, but it's exhausting. There is also a soulmate coming, but it's not the one you think it is. Important romantic relationships has started or will figure in shortly. But the bottom line is, words are massively important now. You must use them wisely. No negative words should come out of your mouth. Words will be imperative regarding the outcome. So this is about your mind and your brain. Being of two minds, not knowing which way to turn, you will not make the wrong decision, I know you won't. Somebody is superficial, double talking too much, giving out too much information. Left-handed probably. The hands, the fingers, the spinal cord, siblings, immediate neighbourhood, youth, twins, puzzles, games, learning and schools. Maybe you need to go back to school, finish your education or something, I don't know. There might be something you want to study. New technology, computers, but you're very nervous and I pick up on the fear really bad. Highly strung, abandoning projects before you finish them, like I said, leaving many things undone, being restless and indecisive, retail business and selling things, flea markets, used items, flirtation, friends as lovers and lovers as friends. Pay attention, be mindful, talking, writing and explanations. There could be issues with your siblings and hands, arms, shoulder injuries. So, that's that bit out of the way. What I want to have a look at now is your love life. If I can find them. There they are. I hope you aren't bored. So Spirit, what does Natalie need to know about a love life? Yeah. So, your soulmate isn't the person you think it is. You have to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may be far different from your usual type and expectation. So it says, the angel sent you this card. to stay open to the possibility that your soulmate may be in a different form to what you expect. Yeah? This is especially true if you tend to date a certain type of individual. You drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card may signal that you've already been introduced to this person but have overlooked him or her romantic potential. Take the time to get to know the various individuals you meet. Even if there isn't an initial attraction, at the very least you will learn more about yourself and may make a new friend. So this person is going to start out as a friend, but it is your soulmate. It's not who you think it is. Above all, you need to get yourself tip-top, healthy, happy, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Look after yourself, please. Yeah. And number 12, you're sacrificing yourself. You're not putting your boundaries in place. I get mad when that happens. So this is your challenge, right? The Eagle King. It challenges you to see that you have a higher purpose in life. Not everything is meant to come to pass according to your specifications. If you can't see the forest for the trees, it's time to step back a while and let that Eagle King fly on your behalf. Perhaps it's time to speak to someone who has objectivity, a professional, and the ability to see the bigger picture where you don't. Just remember that even when things don't go your way or how you expect, there is always a reason for the detour. And that reason is for you to find your soulmate and be happy. And then share your story with others so that they can heal as well. You can make a big difference in people's lives, especially children. Without even realizing it. Yeah, the mirror. What you give out is what you get back. How you treat others is how they treat you. The filter of our own experiences is how we experience our lives. So it sort of muddies the waters, because even if somebody's being nice to us, if we've never experienced that before, we'll think they're being sarcastic or clever in some way. So when someone reminds us of someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, it triggers us. Often it's an unconscious thing we don't even realise we're doing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true. It's not necessarily what is true. Mirrors reveal the parts of us that we don't accept, but we want people to accept. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering you and why. When have you felt like this before? Could there be opportunities to heal something in you? Yes, there could. Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed, that you want them to know but you dare speak? This goes for good and bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal. because sometimes that means you want to knock them off that pedestal, because it also breeds jealousy. But you've got to remember that you're attracted to them because there's something in you that is them. So you have those good qualities as well. You're just as good as anybody else. And the bad, those we look down on and think, oh my God, state of that. Well, naturally, that's because we know, but for the grace of God, we could be in that state. How low do you want to go? If you don't face this chaos head on, you'll realise that you will remain hurt and wounded forever. So who or what is triggering you? What is it in you that they're triggering? And what part of you longs to speak up? You have a voice. Use it. But use it respectfully and protect yourself. Number 28. May mean something. It's a challenge. Somebody likes causing you chaos, grief. Something small that you've overlooked is undermining your progress. You have to pay attention to the little things, the small print on things. You're not getting the help you need. You need to look to the community. And you aren't grateful for those helpful friends. Spirit's watching you around your home. So watch and listen for the signs that they're trying to give you. Aphrodite. Okay, well, Aphrodite got a bad rap. She was a very loving person. A bit like a hippie, if you like. She believed in free love. She was a beautiful Greek goddess. She represents love at all different levels. You need to heal your heart. This is your heart chakra. The most important aspect of love she represents is self-love. Love that is often misunderstood as selfish or ego, and somebody may have told you that you're selfish, that you've got a big ego, you're a big head. But that's very different. Self-love is at the very core of our being and determines our own self-value, our own self-worth. Aphrodite was born a fully grown woman. She emerged from the shell in the sea on the island of Cyprus. The goddess of love had the ability to enchant men and women wherever she went. Her very presence incited feelings of love and lust, and maybe you have that effect on some people. History often depicts her as a prostitute, so somebody may be looking down on you and telling you things like that. This she is not. Yes, she had many lovers. However, she refused to be bound by limiting her love and sharing her love to others. Or she believed that that was how to share love. She encouraged women to have many partners and to enjoy the pleasure of love and sex. Aphrodite's self-love and belief in her self-worth enabled her to live a life without denying herself the pleasures that love brought her. Often we judge ourselves as being selfish, not giving enough, not good enough. Stop it. Spirit want you to throw away the cross that you've been taken for granted that you should bear. Without self-love there is no self, and when there's no self, there's just an empty shell feeling alone and unfulfilled. And I think that's where you are. Who are you, Natalie? Who are you really? What do you want? What do you need? You're feeling quite lost right now, and no matter how hard you try to find a direction, it continues to elude you because you're trying to do it all by yourself. You're trying to be everything to everybody else and not thinking of yourself. We spend our lives making sure we meet the needs of our children and loved ones. Who's meeting your needs? Even if you have someone that loves and cares for you, you still have to be responsible for yourself. What we need most in life is what we seek from others. So find what you're looking for within yourself. It will take some work to get it, but it will be worth the journey. So close your eyes, meditate, and you'll know what's right for you. Loving yourself is the most sacred gift you can give to others. Once you're happy, your energy emits to other people and makes them happy as well. Happy to be around you. Stop beating yourself up, punishing yourself. I'll just do this and then I'll do the dice and I'll get this loaded so that I can send you it ASAP. Any questions, you let me know. Yeah? But all Spirit want is for you to be happy. You have to decide what that is. Because I don't think you're happy now. At all. See? What did I say? Spirit wanted to be happy. Your guidance is to take time to enjoy yourself. It's time to relax, take yourself off, alone, and find your sense of humour. Start laughing at yourself. Fun brings lightness of spirit, and the most difficult situations can be eased if you see the funny side of things. Cultivate a sense of the ridiculous. How can you bring play, laughter and fun into your social life? If you're walking around on eggshells, you're in the wrong place. Your life and your work life. When you have fun, the angels rejoice, for there is nothing they love more than hearing you play, humour and laughter. Master your emotions. So let's see what these dice say then, shall we? What's the biggest thing to concentrate on, Spirit, please? Ninth house, or not Pluto and Aries. What I say about them fire signs, Pluto's doing something in the astrology at the minute, it's not very nice. War, so, and I'm pretty sure Aries isn't in Pluto. It doesn't exist because Pluto's only got a few planets in there. So, yeah, Aries is about looking after yourself and it's not in there. So, 9th house. Your ninth house is about study. Universities, they want you to go back to school. There's a fire sign, Sagittarius. There's some sort of weight gain or weight loss needed. Universities, publishing houses, newspapers, foreign shores. When I say about books, there's something to do with books. It's either a bookstore or a university, something to do with books. Higher learning, philosophy, distant horizons, ethics, visions, beliefs, religion, long journeys, in-laws, foreign affairs. You need to take a trip and possibly study. You need to look after yourself and make a fresh new start for yourself. I don't care how far away it is. The further the better, I think. Because Aries is about standing in your truth. Having self-respect. And success. So you will be successful. But you have to take those steps. Pluto is that whatever it is that's holding you back. That person that stands in your way. Sometimes it can be violence and rape and traditions and someone with a very bad temper. It's a power struggle. You don't need to be in negative situations like that. I need you to take a step away. Take some time out and realise how happy you will be without it. I don't know where it's coming from, but I really don't like the violent energy that I keep getting. It's malicious, suspicious and power hungry. Somebody wants to dominate you, to dim your light because you are far cleverer than they. And you could make something of your life. It makes them feel inferior.